on. Code is 340666. I'll be giving you 1 minute only to log in. Use your family name. Okay, you see that there are already 8 participants. Keep logging in. Okay, let's start. Okay, anyway, you can still join even if we started. Okay, just knowing the code, you can still join. Okay, this is just a very short and quick review of our asynchronous activity and our prior knowledge. Okay, sige, let's start. Okay, this is in lesson presentation mode. Okay, so you can see the slide on your own screen. So let us first check your prior knowledge. But before this one, let's check first your mood. How are you feeling today first? Let's check if you are still awake. Good. That's just word one. So you can just post you can post 1 or 2 words. I don't know if I can see. Okay, good. Sleepy. There's still sleepy people here. Okay. Ooh. I can only see 2 words there. Good and sleepy. So I'm happy that most of you is doing good. Is that true? Okay, can I see a thumbs up reaction if you are doing good or great today? Good na lang. Okay. Why are you sleepy? So kindly sit down properly so that you will be able to wake up for math period. You know, math should be magmata, no? Not matulog. Okay. Sige, so let's start the proper review. So we will going to look if you still recall our asynchronous activity yesterday or the prior days because it's connected. Okay, so how do you describe a tangent line to a circle? How do you describe? It can be a word or a phrase. Just lock in your answers. Okay, let us see your answers. Actually, it's anonymous here, so we need to flip 3, at least 3, okay? So later we'll be reading everyone's answer, but for the time constraints, we will just unlock 3. Okay, let's have this one. It is a line connect to one point of a circle. Is that correct? Do you agree? Yes. Okay, very good, correct. So you really watch the video presented in your essay. How about this? A line that touches the circle at some point. Do you agree on this? But what is some point? We need to be specific. What is that sum? Is it how many points? Only 1. Very good. We need to be specific. Huh? So tangent only touches the circle once. Lastly, let's have the two. A tangent line is a line that touches the circle once. So isang bagsak for everybody. Very good. So I see that there's no misconception of the tangent line. That's very good. Okay, so let's proceed. So since you already know, can you cite a real life scenario, situation where we can see tangent line? Just a description. us later. Alright, let us see your answers. Okay, let's open again 3. Okay, let's start with this. When the cue ball hits another ball on the billiard. Can you imagine? Is that true? Where's the circle there? Oh, correct, the cue ball. Because sometimes tangent line can be really seen on our naked eye. It can be a force or it's an invisible thing, okay? So where's the tangent line that touches the ball? It's the cue, correct? Because it only touches the surface of the circle once. So did you imagine it? Okay, correct. That's correct. Very good. What else? Let us see. This one. Pulley system. What's the pulley system? Okay. Can you imagine the pulley in the flagpole? If you can see the small thing which turns when the rope is pulled. Okay, so you try to imagine it. So yes, it can consider to have a tangent line. Okay? Another one. Okay, let's have this. Electric fan. Sige, ito ball fan. So where's the circle over here? Okay, this one. Sige, maybe where's the line? We cannot see the tangent line here. Sige, maybe inside or in the turbine inside this motor. Okay, sige, try to tickle your mind about that. So your answers are actually very good. That's an example. So I'm happy that it's really clear to you. Okay? So some are your example and some are this one. Okay? So we can also see it in the, for example, this is a motor, a pulley, if you can relate it to our, what's that? Flagpole. Or some, it's in the simple machine. Okay? That one, this one. Okay? And then the bike. So where is the tangent line in the wheel? It's the ground. Very good, correct. So also seen in some architectures. So there are designs that are circles for visual appealing, and also the display area of unitap, unisitting, kaisano, and all. So what is that? This is the way we presented or display circular thing, correct? For visual appeal. So where is the tangent line here? Where's the tangent line in display? Can you make your voice louder? Everyone, go. Very good. It's the table, correct. So, is there any question on the concept of tangent? None. Okay, let's further have to check your knowledge on this one. Okay? So, are you familiar with that math concept? Yes or yes? Yes, because you tackled this in grade 9. Sige. So, let's check if there's still retention. Give justice to Ma'am Perilo and Ma'am Christine. Okay, go. So what is a Pythagorean theorem? Okay. Very good. Many of you answered correctly, pero nakaji na sa lahat. So kaya, 5
So, for the next question, when can we only use right triangle or the Pythagorean theorem? So it's very obvious. You're guided by your guardian angel. Okay, that's correct, pero there's no justice because there's still people that the wrong answer. Okay. What's the answer of the others? When working with acute angles? Okay. Acute angles. Actually partly correct, pero it's not really the precise answer. In a right triangle, all angles there are acute except for the right. Pero right, it's a special type of acute angle. Right angle, 90 degrees. So, what is really correct is when the triangle is, what's the degree measure of a right triangle? 90. Okay, 90 degrees angle. So with that, knowing the concept, I know that you have a formula you follow in grade 9. So what is it? So you are very careless, but the idea is correct. So we have, okay, the correct answer is, okay, a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared, or we can flip. So the c squared, that's why I know you try to answer letter b, because that's the flip, but it's not b squared. So please be careful, okay, and read properly. So we have a squared plus b squared. C squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. But among all of this, we should know what is that A, B, and C stands for. Sige, what is C stands for? C stands for what? Yes. Kindly stand. Hypotenuse. Do you agree? Yes. Isang bagsak for dapat. Sorry. So that's hypotenuse. What is a hypotenuse? Where can we say hypotenuse? In the right? It's in the... Yes, can you stand? The longest side of the triangle. Do you agree with Joshua? Okay, isang bagsak for Joshua. Okay, that's correct. So you need to figure out this one. So look at the right triangle on your screen. You can view it on your phone as well. So we have this parts. So C is for the hypotenuse. You should not flip it. And A and B are the legs of the right triangle. So all of this, that what we have reviewed, will be utilized in our lesson for today. So please keep this one in your mind. Okay, so let's start. Okay, let's begin our discussion with thinking about this problem. Okay, I want you to read all together with comprehension. Go.
Mary wants to be closer to our garden with a heavenly path running alongside it. The diameter of the garden is 20 meters long. If there is a visitor standing at the pathway who is 30 meters away from the center of the garden, what is the distance of the visitor to where the garden's edge and the path meet?
So I want you to reflect on that and analyze that on your own for 1 minute as of this time, or your initial thought on that problem. Okay, 1 minute start now. You can draw, you can illustrate, or whatever it is that you think needed for that problem to be solved. Yes, you can write it on a scratch or a notebook for your own consumption. Wow, an idea? Ideas. Write it down. So you should answer. Okay, what's your initial thought? Do you have already the answer? Okay, sige. So we will go back to this problem and verify. I know some of you raises the hand, Mom, I already have the answer. Wow, I'm impressed. But let us see later if that answer will be verified. Okay, so we will go back to this problem at the end of our discussion. So our discussion today anchored to these two competencies for the quarter. So kindly read everyone the two competencies. Go.
Illustrate segments, tangents, segments, and sectors of a circle.
Second.
Use theorems of the segments, tangents, and sectors.
Okay, so this is in fact, that's the highlighted one, we only focus on the highlighted part, which is the tangent. Okay, so based on that, here are our learning targets. Okay, all girls for the first one, go.
I can investigate the relationship between the tangent line and the radius of a circle.
Okay, with that learning target, what is your expected activity that you will do to hit that target? Let us see that if you can understand your target today. What do we mean by investigate the relationship? Any idea? What's your expectation? For today, you will Corbin, you will? Okay, you will going to investigate. Do you agree? What's other simpler word on that? Is the word investigate clear to everyone?
Yes.
How are we going to simplify that target?
Fine.
You will going to? Yes, Tanya? You find what?
The relationship between the tangent line
And the radius. Okay, do you agree with Tanya?
Yes.
Okay, correct. So, or there's an experimentation later between the relationship of the two, the tangent line and the radius. Okay, for all boys, for the second target, go.
I can understand and apply the tangent line to circle area in solving real-life problems.
Okay, so is that understandable? How are we going to simplify that? Understand and apply. What's your expectation on that target? Yes, Joshua? Can you stand, please?
We find in the situation we apply the equation plus the tangent line.
To that situation. Okay, do you agree to Joshua? Okay, or in short, we will go back to the real life problem that we had earlier. Let us see if we can apply what we find out in the first learning target. And all together for the third one, go.
I can tell the relevance of the tangent line to a circle in real life.
So I know that earlier we presented examples on tangent line in real life, but what's the word here that we are to hit? Relevance. What's the other simpler word for relevance? Importance. Very good. Let us see why is it that we need to recognize the tangent line. How is it important in real life? Is it worthy to learn? And so on. Okay, so let's begin to hit those, of course, with the experimentation. So let's find out. So in your group, in 15 minutes, you will be given a worksheet, this worksheet. So for you to work on, you can scan the QR code. You can use many gadgets as you have. It's recommended that all of you can manipulate on this application so that you have your own experience on the investigation part. And then I know that you're familiar with this worksheet, am I right? So we've done this twice. This is the third time. So I know that you already the instructions for this. Okay, groupings in Filipino. We can finish ahead for 10 minutes, much better. You can answer in bullet form or in phrase or in one sentence. Don't waste time. Have one secretary to write your observations. siya. Dapat dati magsapaw din siya. Magsapaw din ang 2 points. Alright, dapat siya na. Dapat na-intersect ang BC and AC. AC and AC. Connection. Right na connection, sabi mo ang confusion between the tangent line and the radius. So, wala na niya. Gawin mo kayo. Red siya mo red. The 2 points should overlap. Hindi yan overlap. Wala. Pag yun po tayo. Ay, gawin sa ilo. Sa gadget, gawin mo. Even pa ba other gadget? I-show daw, i-show. Ang from movement ka ganina. The one that we've seen. Sige, kindly show it. Okay. Write your observations. Okay, 5 more minutes.
The line's angle.
Finalize your answer. Alright, sige, I guess we need to cut the time because as I roam around, most of the groups are already done answering the observations. Okay? Sige, so before we will going to discuss the guide questions or the answers, let's go back first to our original position. Okay? In my hands. Okay, thank you. So in count of 5, I should receive all of the worksheets in 5, 4, 3. So can you pass it in front? 1 and 0. How was the experience of using the GeoGebra? What is that? Okay, okay. So did you see or did you able to work on the points and the lines in the GeoGebra? Okay, so hopefully it helps you in observing the relationship, which is your target on this activity. Okay, so let's answer it one by one based on your answers. So even though we tackled on tangent, but it also reflects second line. So what's the difference between tangent line and second line? Aside from Joshua. Break zone. What's the difference from tangent and second? Yes, Anya.
Only captures the circumference of the circle once, while the second time captures the circumference of the circle twice.
Okay, do you agree to Tanya's answer? So what's the point there? Tangent is how many point touches? 1. Second, how many point touches? 2. Okay, so what are the characteristics of second in the sketch? So I will going to draw it here so that everybody can imagine. This is a circle. Imagine, okay. This is a circle, and then second is, for example, this, based on your answers, which is correct. So characteristics is just an observation, or what are things that you observe through this? Anyone? Aside from 2 points. Yes, Joshua. Goes right through the circle. Do you agree? Yes. And what part of the circle is this? If you will just look at this. Is this a diameter?
Chord.
It's a chord, correct? What's the difference between chord and diameter, by the way? What? Again, what's the difference between diameter and chord? Diameter, yes, Joseph. Yes, Joseph. The diameter passes through the, make it complete, Joseph. The diameter, center, or center, just center. While the chord does not pass. Okay, do you agree with Joseph?
Yes.
Okay, correct. Thank you, Joseph. So, there's a difference between diameter and chord, huh? But chord can also be a diameter. But diameter is a special chord, okay? Because it passes through the center. So, for the second, it forms a diameter. A chord. Here. Okay, how about tangent? It's already discussed earlier. So, a tangent, it only passes once. So, if we have this, it can be in any so, in any part of the circle, basta it passes once. And this is what we call point of tangency. Okay, point of tangency. Now, in your GeoGebra, we need to see the relationship between the radius. So, if we have circle, center O here, so the radius, what conjecture did you create? Anyone for number 4? What conjecture did you see in the GeoGebra? It looks like this, correct? Okay, so what connection did you see based on the radius and the tangent line? Yes. They form a 90-degree angle. Do you agree? What's the thing that we call 90 degrees? What's the other term? Okay, it forms a right angle. Correct. So based on the line, what are the other geometrical or mathematical term we can state with the two segments? Yes, Corbin. They are perpendicular. Very good. Isang bagsak to your classmates. Very good. So perpendicular. So therefore, the radius and the tangent line are perpendicular to one another. And your observations are actually the theorem. Okay? So that's a theorem for a tangent line. Particularly the first one. So everybody, kindly read the first theorem. Go.
The tangent is a right angle with the radius of a circle at the point of tangency.
Okay. Or in short, it's this one. Okay? This one in the left side. Okay? So it forms a 90 degrees angle with the radius. Is that clear? Now let's try to have this example. So how are we going to utilize this? So I want you to imagine you are standing on a tangent road 14 meters from the center of a circular garden. So there's a tangent road in the circular garden. So you draw it on your mind. Then the distance from you to the point of tangency or the edge of the circle is 28 meters. Find the radius of the circular garden. So of course, first and foremost, even though this is a word problem, you need to illustrate, correct, or draw. So to draw, that's a circular garden with the center, and you are standing 14 meters away from the center. So with respect to the center, kindly look at the figure. So in your exam, this is actually a sort of exam review. This is part of your exam. So you need to correctly draw. So that's 14 meters and then 8 meters. So how are we going to solve? Sorry. So that's 8 meters. Can we get now the radius? Yes. So how? Yes, Corbin. Pythagorean theorem. Do you agree?
Yes.
Why can we use Pythagorean theorem here? Because of the right angle that you discovered. Very good. Where is the right angle over there? It's in the angle B. Very good, correct. So we have this angle B. So to solve that one, if we just separate it, so we have this, that. So we have this 90 degrees, this is 8 meters, this is 14. So how are we going to answer that? How are we going to answer this? Using Pythagorean theorem, where is our C? Okay, 14 squared equals 8 squared, and then the ones that is missing. So plus x squared. So to solve for x, what should we do? Algebra, okay, correct, transfer. So that becomes 14 squared minus 8 squared is equal to x squared. Okay, using your calculator, what's the result of that? 14 squared minus 18 squared. Negative 14 na muna, Joseph. 14 squared minus 18 squared. 132 is equal to x squared. How are we going to solve for that? Very good. So, subtract square root. So that's x. What's square root of 132? 48. So 11.5 approximate. Okay, if we round off. So, what's our conclusion? Did we answer the problem? Did we answer the problem now? Yes. So, what is now the radius of the circular garden? 11.5. Okay, so since we lack out of time, so we will going to go back to this problem tomorrow. Okay? for the application, but let's go back first to this, okay? So why is it that it's needed to identify the tangent line based on the given scenario that you had earlier? What's the purpose of tangent line in real life? For example, in a bicycle, in a wheel. For, yes, Joseph? For support. Do you agree? Okay, because even though it's not tangible in our naked eye, pero it's needed for precision and, yes, support for safety. Okay, and also what are the other thoughts, ideas of this? Aside from support. Okay. Sige, so thank you for that answer, Joseph. We will going to deepen this one as we go to our assignment. But before that, let's self-check based on the activities that we had from the algebra activity, from the lesson presentation, from the pondering activity. Can you state one question in mind as we go along and you answer it, and how did you cope up to that difficulty or question? Anyone? Anyone who can share? Just one. What's the question that you had in mind earlier that you are able to answer or somehow it's not clear out? And how did you overcome it? Joshua, do you have any thoughts?
How can we solve for this diameter of the
So you're thinking on the diameter, on the problem earlier. And then did you
solve the one for
on again? On the equation as well. So do you have the same realization of Joshua? Okay, sige. So because of the time constraints,